Well, you could say, because as much as the policymakers need to define the work of the poet also needs to define themselves within the spheres of artistry as well, because not so long ago, even a painting or even being a musician wasn't seen as a career until we saw the work that these people do, and they became heroes, even through the struggle, the work they did, because they went out to Botswana, they held workshops and so forth, went to Sweden as a painter and a poet. He put in a lot of work to get the recognition he has, but still, we will always remember that even here, in Pretoria, the city he's from, around Tshwane, people still don't know that Deli Fifi. He's gone all over the world. He's performed and exhibited his work all over the world, has held workshops with young people all over the world as well, but still, they don't recognize him here. Hence, you will find that Deli Fifi has been doing his work for decades, but will not be paid for an appearance the same as Lera, who's got 1 decade in the bag.
Mr. Smith, what will be the problem there? Why do we have this problem? A person like you and me who runs companies, that our job is not to write poems, our job is to create jobs for poets. But why do we pay them so little?
Well, I think it is the problem. The main problem is that you don't know these poets, first of all.
So there are no brands in poetry.
It's hard for you to actually pay someone a certain amount without you knowing exactly what this person can give out. And most people would say, for example, Lira. You pay Lira 50,000 Rand because you've seen her perform, you've seen her move the crowds and stuff like that. Most of these poets who performed at Night of the Poets, for example, they have performed here, they have showcased themselves. You having seen them now, you can take them from this podium and put them at a bigger stage, knowing that what they've done already at your small stage already, and you know that they're gonna really do a mass performance somewhere else. And one thing I've also noticed that poets don't put a lot of effort in getting themselves out there. It's 2013 right now. There's a lot of avenues you can use to actually get yourself out there. Blogs, social media, Facebook. There's Facebook notes. I've seen a lot of poets writing their poetry on the Facebook notes and sharing them. Some of them even go up to getting 2,000 to 20,000 likes just from Facebook itself. Those are the type of avenues that you can actually use. Websites. It's very cheap to actually create a website nowadays. Website you can actually get for 30 Rand per month or 300 and something Rand per year. It's easy to make. WordPress even for free. There's a lot of avenues you can actually use. Recording also. A lot of people have recording studios. I've worked with a lot of poets who have recorded their poetry and actually given it out for free. Clear, right there, who's sitting right there, please pick up your hand. I believe you've also recorded your own project, right? Poetry project. It's spoken word. He's either selling it or giving out for free. And that's actually giving him that platform and even giving him that more exposure that you can actually get. And from that's where people actually see who you are, know what you can do, and can actually call you in to do shows. I've worked in a few shows for the city of Tshwane too, and with those projects, I noticed that the people on top don't really know who the artists are. They ask us, me and Bomandla, who are these people that we can actually get for our projects? You see? So it's up to you to actually get those people who are on the top to actually know who you are. Go out there, go to projects, even if it's for free now and then, but then try your best to get yourself out there instead of just writing your poetry and then going back to bed, waking up, performing for your close family, and leaving it there.
But for how long should poets promote themselves? When do you stop promoting yourself? Because stop. Every time, now I'm just saying, especially with this avenue, I've had many people saying, can you find Vangi for me? I want to expose her in a gala dinner. And I mean, what more do I expose to Vangi? How far does the brand stand on its own to be worth and be valuable? I mean, for me, that is what I think we need to get to say, what should these people look forward to? Are they gonna always come in gala dinners, in big events, to promote themselves and never get paid? I've seen that Fikitali still promoting himself. That's an insult. I've seen Don Matera still doing a government job, and they say we are just wanting to make sure that the young people know you. Not paying him. I think that's an insult. When do poets start making money? I think that's the question. This is very good.
I think that's a very, very, very important question. And I think that in order to answer it, we start with the business of writers is to write. The business of performers is to perform. And if you're going to have that be your primary focus, you might need outside help. Admit that, first of all. I work for myself. And I will tell you, it is exhausting because I'm up all night writing. I'm up all day trying to find work so that I can be performing. And I'm away from my family and friends over weekends so I can be performing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So unlike someone who works 9 to 5, I'm working 24/7. You understand? So you need to know that you are always going to be getting yourself out there because that is the nature of this country. But you can also get yourself assistance by aligning yourself with people who are in the business of promoting, because you cannot be skilled in everything yourself. So someone who is going to market you, that person is there because they want you to work. And don't be afraid of, if this person finds me a job, they take 15%. They deserve that 15% because they got you a job. You know, so like, don't focus on that. Focus on getting someone who's going to help you. If you can't promote yourself, get someone who's going to promote you. If you can't, if you want someone who's going to manage your everydayness, for example, make sure that you're blogging, make sure that and you can't do that for yourself until, like, at some point, get someone to help you. Even if they're making money off you, they only make money if you make money. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And we need to start thinking like that as artists, because that's what musicians do. That's what other, artists do.
Okay. So that we don't talk to ourselves. Right. Remember, now we are preaching to the converted. But we're hoping that now, once we've made that, so now I'm going to be taking questions. Because this is really the platform of bringing ourselves to our people. Yeah. I might not go to Winterfeld more often. I might not go to Mamelodi more often. But there are young people who are dying just to ask us a question. So I'm hoping, ladies and gentlemen, you will be ready with your questions immediately.